Hey, what's up everyone? Hope you're all having a wonderful time. Here a quick guide on the Fire Summoner Necromancer in Last Epoch. The Fire Summoner Necromancer is a master of fire and death, harnessing the power of both to create a formidable army of undead minions. With the ability to summon golems, wraiths and skeleton mages, this class can overwhelm enemies with sheer numbers and firepower. By converting all of our minions to fire, we can easily scale our minions by getting improvements of the same element. Our main damage comes from wraiths, which will shoot out fireballs, and these will need to be summoned once in a while due to its health decaying. The mages are our secondary damage, but are mostly there to help us with the clear and also to apply more stacks of armor shred for our enemies. The golems are mainly for helping us to stay alive. They will taunt enemies for us and also restore health to both the golems and to ourselves per hit. Being a minion build is always a pretty safe bet, as we can focus on staying alive while minions do the rest for us. While using the Dread Shade on our minions, we will also gain tons of damage buffs for our undead army. And this making it so it's very important that we try to place the shade where all our minions are to maximize its effects. For some pros, it got good single target, it have good map clear, it's a fast build, safe playstyle being a minion build. Being a ranged minion build also usually feels a lot better than having melee, and you also don't need any uniques to get started with this build. For the cons, it's not a very tanky build, it got almost no flat damage reduction and also no armor. And you will also need to get 2 Adorn Idols with the chance for summoning Wraith to summon a Flame Wraith instead to get 100% chance of summoning the Flame Wraith. For some uniques, we are using the Death Rattle for the huge boost to minion critical strike multiplier. And this is huge for our damage and will be a great chase item for that sweet legendary potential. Raven's Rise is a unique glove with increased minion movement speed, less damage to minions while moving, and also +2 for levels of spell minion skills. It's perfect for this build because it are affecting all of our minions. We also gain some extra resist for our character here as well. For the stats for this build, try to get health, resist for cap, vitality, minion damage, minion health, and also critical strike avoidance for the cap. And for the class specific stats, try to go for increased minion fire damage and also increased minion critical strike chance for both the helm and body armor. You can also go for +2 level of summon skeleton mages on your relic. For the idols, you want to get 2 Adorn Idols with the chance for summoning Wraiths to summon a Flame Wraith instead, getting a total of 70% of these two combined with the Flame Wraith passive from Summon Wraith will make it so we have 100% chance to summon a Flame Wraith instead. For suffix, try to get with chance to mark for death on minion hit. And you also want to get 4 Grand Idols with increased minion fire damage and if possible with also less damage of time taken as the suffix. For the blessings, some of the more notable ones are going to be from the timeline range of dragons, and here we can get the critical strike avoidance up to 70%. Timeline Spirit of Fire can get the increased minion damage, and also from the timeline the Age of Winter, Ending the Storm and the Black Sun, we can get some extra resistance for our character here as well. And let's go over quickly the most important notes for the skills, starting with Summon Wraith. And Summon Wraith is our main damage ability, but they do decay its life over time. Delay the End makes it so Wraith's health decay more slowly. Down of the Fall will increase the base critical chance by the Wraiths, and they will also leech a portion of the damage they dealt with crits as health. Dusk of the Living for additional critical strike multiplier. Flame Wraith makes it so we instead summon a Flame Wraith instead of a normal one, and we also get some damage multipliers here as well. Covenant of Soul, so we can control more Wraith at once. And the next skill is going to be Summon Skeleton Mages. Cellar Mortis to boost the base critical strike chance for the mages. Order of Death, so we can summon more Skeleton Mages. We're using Pyromancers, so we convert the mages to Pyromancer, being the fire type mage. and Inferno makes it so we only can have the Pyromancers up. Splintered Dominion, so we have some extra projectile chance for a greater clear speed. Grave Tile for the boost for spell damage for our mages. We're using Summoning Bowl Golem to help us keep alive. The Pyre Golem will convert the Golem to a fire type. Twin Golem makes it so we can have one additional Golem, so 2 of them. Unnatural Speed will boost the move speed for the Golem and also for other nearby minions. Hunger makes it so your Golem hit restore health to you and itself. And we also get some additional health per hit here per 2 vitality. We're using Tower of Bones, so our Golems can generate some more threat, keeping us safe from harm. We're using Dreadshade as a buff to all of our minions. Lone Watcher makes it so the Dreadshade no longer drains its health. We get increased shade duration as well, but now we can only have one Dreadshade up at once. Spectral Present for increased area. Diane Coven for increased attack speed and cast speed. Grim Fate for the increased area and also the damage multiplier. And Symbiotic Apparition, so we also get affected by the aura ourselves. Lingering Doom for the added necrotic damage for our minions with spells and attacks. We're also using Martyrdom for some extra armor per vitality for our minions. We're using Transplant as our mobility skill. We have Bone Armor here, which is going to be the only source of damage reduction for this character. Plated Bone for increased bone armor effect. Apostasy, so we have increased bone armor duration. And Drink Deep makes it so the health cost is regenerated over 4 seconds, but will then cost more health, but this is worth in my opinion. Acolyte's Favor will give us the haste and also the frenzy buff when we're casting Transplant. Sticky Bloods leaves a pool of blood for 3 seconds that will slow enemies. And Siphon makes it so the pool of blood will heal you for a percentage of the total health when you walk on them. And here a quick preview of the passive skill tree, but for more information about the build I do recommend to go and check out the last Epoch build planner. Both for the passives and the skill tree, you can simply use the progression bar at the bottom here to easily see when and where to progress in the build. And you can also find a basic loot filter on the build planner that highlights all you need to get for both leveling and for the endgame. Link for this will be in the description. So what do you think about the Fire Summoner Necromancer build? Have you tried it out before maybe, or tried another version of it? Feel free to tell me in the comments below. Thanks for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe if you found this video helpful. And with that said, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!